We did it! Yeah. Hey guys, I'm so happy. My half marathon is complete and I'm never ever running ever again. No, just kidding. What an amazing event. It was such a beautiful day. Like, just everything kind of seemed perfect for the day. The weather was great. The vibes were immaculate. And it was such a great way to see the city that I've lived in for almost 10 years now in a different light. Like, everything was so positive and encouraging. This day just seemed to be like everybody was united and encouraging over the same cause. It was so beautiful. I just want to talk a little bit about my experience as a whole, and here we go. So that week I made sure that I was sleeping really well. I was literally going to bed, like starting to wind everything down like at 9:30 to be in bed at 10 p.m. and then I would try to like literally fall asleep at 10:30 at the latest, and I was waking up around 7, so I was getting like a good, what is that, 8.5 hours of sleep every day. And my training app Runna had me taper down a lot that week, so I was only running very short distances, which honestly had me a little bit nervous because I don't know, running kind of just gets in your head, and if you don't run a long distance in a little while, you're like, can I even do that anymore? When really it was just like a week and a half ago, you know? The night before, I was just kind of off my phone as far as like trying not to let anything stress me out. And I ate a lot of pasta the day before and the day before that. You know, you're supposed to eat a lot of carbs before you're gonna have a big long run. Then Saturday came, that was the day of the race. And then that morning, so shockingly, I just wasn't that nervous. Yeah, the morning of, I just really wasn't that nervous, which is super weird for me because I get nervous about everything. Like everything makes me get butterflies in my stomach. And other races that I've done, like I feel like I have to pee a million times before the race because I'm like, it just makes me so nervous. But for some reason that morning, I don't know, my husband drove me because the logistics of getting to a race, I think, are more nerve-wracking than the event itself, because you're like, well, where am I gonna park, and it's so far away, and then you gotta be there by the starting, like, it's just, that is kind of a lot. So that part was making me a little bit nervous, but the fact that my husband drove and like I trust him so much to get around the city, that was great. We found the parking, we got there, and then just seeing everybody, I was just kind of like, you know, and yeah, like it just felt like I got there and the race started and I got going. So yeah, I was about 1.5 miles in when I noticed that my husband was on the sideline riding one of these little, you know, the city scooters that you can rent, and he was just zooming by, and I was like, oh my gosh. And apparently he had been watching me on the scooter for a little while back, but I just didn't notice. I was just so in the zone and I was so focused, and I did have my music on. They recommend not putting music on, but I cannot run without my music on. It was very tough, okay? That race is known to be very hilly, and I did train for hills, but nothing could have prepared me for that, honestly. Like, it was just the whole mid chunk of that race, it seemed to be just like a steady incline. It's just like, when are these hills gonna end? And finally at like mile 10, they started, like, you started to descend, but by that time my legs were so tired, I felt like they were cramping. I took, you know, my salt tablets to replenish all of the sweat that I sweat. I took my gels so that I could refuel along the way. I had my vest with my water on me. I know that they have like waters along the like the little stations, but I sweat so much that that's just not enough for me. Like, I had to have my waters. Like, there's just so much that I could say about it, but I just wanted to cover a couple of things because I was getting a lot of questions about this. My main goal for that race, like, I didn't have a specific time goal in mind. It was just to finish strong, and I do feel like I did that. Now, people always ask me like, oh, do you run the whole entire time? And I don't run the whole entire time, but I try to run the majority. It's just like, again, there was so many hills and it just kept going. So I would walk and then run and then walk and then run. But my time, I would have liked to to get right under 3 hours, but it was 3:06, which I'm totally fine with. I would have liked to have like a 13:30 average pace, but again, I did prepare for hills, but not the type of hills that was in that race. Like the type of hills that I trained in were kind of like rolling hills, like they would go up and down and up and down, and the race just had like long consecutive hills, just really going up and up and up. Yeah, there's no shame in walking. I don't feel any shame at all. Like I still did the distance and I still ran the majority of the race. It was just like, you know, my body is only capable of doing so much with the amount of time that I've had to train. Like some of these people have been running their whole lives, so I'm super happy. The shoes that I use are the Asics Super Blast 2. Now, the reason that I got those shoes was specifically for really long distance running. They're very, very lightweight, like super lightweight. And they also have like a thick cushion. I'm a heavy girl, so I need that thick cushion. And honestly, I couldn't have made a better choice. Like, yes, my legs were tired when I was done, but I feel with other shoes that I have, which are great, but are not made with that in mind, like my legs could have been way more sore than they were. They could have been way more in pain than they were. And honestly, the next day, my legs were not really that sore. My feet were a little swollen. They still look like little sausages, to be honest. But I think that's just so much time like on the pavement. Another thing is I made sure to wear clothes that I knew that I'm comfortable in, clothes that I've been wearing during my training the whole time. Nothing new. Not new socks, not new anything. Like everything was stuff that I know works for me. I did chafe a tiny little bit underneath my arm just at the end. It was like, you know, all the rubbing, but it was just minimal. But I was so comfortable the whole time. Shoes comfy, clothes comfy, nothing was bothering me, and that was very important. Now I keep getting asked, Jenny, now are you gonna sign up for a full marathon? And honestly, that's just not a goal that I have in mind right now. Like, never say never, right? But I do want to maybe do some more halves, some more 10Ks. I just need more work, like on running. I need more work on my form. I really do want to lose some weight because I do feel that it'll help in like making it easier. I need to say this because a bunch of people kept asking me, oh, how much weight have you lost? How much weight have you lost? And to be honest, when you're training for long distances, weight loss kind of gets on the back burner, not by choice necessarily, but more so because when you start to run like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 miles every single weekend, and your minimum amount that you run is like, oh, 5 miles on a Monday, 4.5 on Tuesday, and then 11 on Friday, and another 5 on Saturday. Like, you need to be fueling your body because running really breaks down your body if you're not fueling consistently, you know. And I don't want to lose my muscle, and I don't want to be struggling so hard on these runs. So once my mileage started going up like that, then I felt like my weight loss that I was making kind of paused. Not that I gained any weight, but I just wasn't really losing anymore because I did feel like I needed to be eating pretty good to really keep up with my runs. Like, I noticed the weeks that I would eat less or try to really like eat like less carbs and stuff, man, I really suffered really bad on my runs, and I felt so like discouraged and down, and even like I couldn't do it. So I really put the weight loss kind of on the back burner because my main focus was to be able to finish this race and do these long distances, because again, it wasn't just this one time that I did 13.1 miles. Yes, that was the longest distance that I've ever done now, but I was doing like 10 miles, 11 miles, 12 miles on the weekends. Those are really long distances too, you know. It's a lot. It's a lot on your body, right? So That was my main focus during the whole time. And I gotta be honest, it was nice to have something else as my main focus other than weight loss. I didn't feel like I was so in my head about my body the whole time. I was just kind of like impressed with what I could do and what I could accomplish. So yeah, now though, I do feel like I want to maybe run some shorter distances, and I do feel like in doing that and incorporating my weight training again, because I miss weight training, I do feel like it'll help with some weight loss again. I did end up losing, I think, like 13 pounds total, which is good. Like, I felt really good. But yeah, so never say never. The full marathon is not on my list for now. We'll see if in the future. But yeah, I would totally do that race again. The Baltimore Run Festival was amazing. I kind of want to do the Long Beach half marathon. I seen that happen not too long ago, and that looked pretty dope. There's other ones that I want to do, but I don't know. For now, I'm gonna keep running. Like I said, maybe some shorter distances. I'm going back to the gym, back to like weightlifting and running, so I'm gonna be doing both now. So things are gonna be a little bit different, but yeah, I'm so happy overall with what I've accomplished. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, and we'll see what happens. This is the little crab medal that I got. My little crab. It opens and it has like, it shows like the people of the race. It's so cool. I feel good. I feel accomplished. Here's 2 more, and we'll see where this running thing takes us next. Okay, that's it. Bye.